and thank you for joining me on this wet, miserable day in the UK. So I must apologise for the lighting, and I wanted to update you on little Samuel and what we've been doing with him. But first of all, I want to show you the third of my hand-stitched dolls. And what I've decided to do is that I'll show you one with each video, and then when I've completed all 12 of them, I'll line them all up together, and I want to ask everybody what their favourite is, which doll they prefer and the reason why. So this one is called Ladies or Girls Night Out, and she's got a little bow in her hair. She's got brown braided hair, woolen of course. She's got a purple dress on with black beads that hand stitched here, a black band round her waist. She's got a little clutch bag under her arm, lace around the bottom, and then her shoes have got the same colour ribbon to match the bow in her hair, beads on the side, and they are tied around the ankles. So this one is called Girls Night Out. So that's the third one. And I'll show you the fourth one on Theme Thursday, probably. And also the doll that I've purchased, I've been told is coming tomorrow. So what I'll have to do is I'll probably make that video on Friday, because I'll be doing a Theme Thursday video, so I don't want two videos on the same day. So what I'll do is I'll do the box opening on the Friday. So here we are with little Sam, and what I did with him was that I removed his head, arms and legs, and took the stuffing out of each limb, and then put what was ever the glass beads and the stuffing into an individual bag for each limb. So I kept them separate, so I put back exactly what came out, and then I've just freshened up his painting. Basically what was already there, I've just added a little bit more. He's now got pink fingers, and he's got a lot more colour on the end of his toes, his feet. Where the artist had put veins, I went over very lightly, followed her lines, so just freshened those up. And then for the mottling, I added just 3 layers. All I added was blue, a yellow and a brown mottling, because I wanted him to stay light in colour. But as you can see, he's got a lot more colour in his feet, and I think basically what had happened was he's a doll that's been dressed a lot, and I think it had just worn off with frequent dressing. Now, in one of my box openings, before I started making videos, I was actually given these by an artist, because she said that she wasn't making any more Reborns, she'd stopped making them. And these are the really, really fine cable ties, really fine ones. And these disappear inside the fabric. So she also included, which was really nice of her, these clips for cutting off the end of the cable ties. Now I know some people like to feed the end of the cable tie back through the fabric, but when the head of the cable tie is this tiny, it doesn't matter if you cut it off, because it disappears inside the fabric, so you can't see it. So if you look on his arm there, you cannot see the cable tie. The same with the back of his head. The cable tie disappears into the fabric, which is what I prefer. I don't really like to see cable ties. So yeah, he's had a couple of days. He's been disassembled, poor little thing, and I've just freshened up his paint and then popped him back together again. So at least now I've got colour on the tips of his fingers and on his feet, and you can see his veins a little bit better as well. So we're just going to get him changed back into a set that I had in my clothing haul that I've been dying to put on him. So it'll be nice to see him in that, and he will spend the day with me today on the settee. Poor little poppy, it's been in pieces, haven't you, Sam? Hey. But I thought about, shall I do it or shall I not? But I wouldn't have accepted. It would have annoyed me, keep seeing that there was no paint on his poor little hands and feet. So I thought I may as well go for it. I use air dry paints. As when I learnt, I followed a lady, Leah Bell, from Leah Bell Nursery. She's a French Canadian, I think she is. And she taught me. I watched her videos on YouTube, how to paint Reborns, and I didn't fancy putting them in the oven. Genesis heat set paints. So that's my personal preference, is air dry. I know everybody's got their own preferences, but I just prefer to use air dry because just paint it and leave it, and that was it. So I watched lots and lots and lots of videos on how to paint, but my first few attempts were disastrous. I couldn't understand painted all my life, painted and drawn, and with watercolours, sorry, bit of cotton there, watercolour paints and oil paints, obviously you get a deep colour immediately. So it was a bit of a shock to the system when you did a layer of paint and you couldn't see anything. So I had to learn that you had to build up the colours very, very slowly, and that took some doing because I was expecting to see results immediately. And with reborning, you don't. You have to build them up. So, yeah, my first attempts were terrible. I bought cheap kits from China to practice on. But, yeah. But now I can do like 20 coats, which seems ever such a lot, with hundreds and, well, not hundreds, but lots and lots and lots of layers. Very, very transparent they are. Build them up slowly with the mottling and the shading and the, yeah. But really enjoy doing it now. And my favourite ones, and the ones I finally kept that I was happy with, was Oliver and Mollikins. Those were the two that I painted, and I thought, yeah, that's acceptable to me. But it was a lot of trial and error to start with. So I even dabbled in silicone. Tried to paint oh dear, never again. Tried a few times. I even found a video that said you could paint silicone babies with oil paints. So tried that as well. But could never get the hang of that. So I've given up on that. It's really hard. So all respect to the artists who paint silicone babies, because it is really hard. So there we go. So there's Sam changed and say hello. Hello. That little worried face on his, little expression on his face. So he can cuddle up to me now on the settee, and hopefully he'll feel a bit happier now he's back in one piece. So thank you for joining me today. Hope you'll join me tomorrow for Theme Thursday and my box opening on Friday. So until then, see you again soon. Bye.